In the Fertile Crescent existed the world's first civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization, more precisely, the Sumerian civilization of southern Mesopotamia. The Sumerians are credited with the invention of writing and the development of the earliest state societies in the form of city-states spread across the region. A city-state consisted of a single city that governed itself like an independent country. This system existed before the formation of unified states such as Egypt, where multiple cities were incorporated under one central authority. In the 4th millennium BCE, the ancient city of Uruk was a major center of urbanization and early state formation in Mesopotamia during what is known as the Uruk period or the Uruk Phenomenon. Uruk played a leading role in the development of large-scale urban life, administration, and monumental architecture, making it one of the most important cities of the early ancient world. The Uruk phenomenon extended beyond southern Mesopotamia, as its cultural practices spread to northern Mesopotamia, Anatolia, Syria, and eastern Persia, and perhaps even farther. During this period, Uruk was one of the most important cities and the largest city in the world. Toward the end of the 4th millennium BCE, however, the influence of Uruk did not extend far beyond southern Mesopotamia, as many of its networks collapsed. Following the decline of the Uruk phenomenon came the Early Dynastic Period of the ancient Near East, during which city-states began incorporating surrounding cities, forming small political entities across Mesopotamia. A prominent example was Lagash, which, after incorporating Girsu, Nigin, and several smaller towns, became the largest city in southern Mesopotamia. As cities began to flourish, rivalries and alliances developed among them. Kish, for example, was known for its aggressive policies in the north and for interfering in the affairs of southern Sumerian city-states. Although powerful, its nearby rivals, Akshak and Mari, prevented Kish from rising to the level of a territorial state. During the late Early Dynastic Period, conflicts surpassed the local scale. Several powerful city-states emerged in northern Mesopotamia and Iran, viewing southern Mesopotamia as a land rich in spoils. The idea of unifying southern Mesopotamia began to take definite shape. The rulers of Uruk, Ur, and Umma made the first, ultimately unsuccessful, attempts at such unification. These failed efforts intensified tensions and brought the political climate to a boiling point. By the end of the Early Dynastic Period of the ancient Near East, the city of Akkad was founded by Sargon. Sargon exploited the existing rivalries and repeated incursions into southern Mesopotamian politics, sweeping through the land of Sumer and establishing the first territorial state the region had ever known. He did not stop at southern Mesopotamia. His armies went on to conquer northern Mesopotamia, parts of Syria, and western Iran. In doing so, he founded the first true empire known in history and inaugurated the Sargonic period in Mesopotamian history. The Akkadian Empire was contemporary with Egypt's 6th dynasty. The dominance of these two dominant powers resulted in greater security and ease of travel within the territories they controlled, which in turn facilitated the circulation of goods and made long-distance trade easier. However, due to the rapid expansionist policies of Akkad, the empire proved unstable. When Rimush, Sargon's son, ascended the throne, the southern Mesopotamian city-states immediately rebelled, possibly in reaction to Akkadian land confiscations. Rimush, however, was able to suppress these uprisings and end the initial insurgency against Akkadian rule. Resistance did not end there. When Naram-Sin succeeded, Rimush, an even greater rebellion erupted, known as the Great Revolt. Led in the north by Ifur of Kish, a coalition of city-states opposed the Akkadians, while in the south, Amagharid of Uruk assembled a rival alliance. Naram-Sin marched against his enemies and within a single year defeated both the northern and southern coalitions. This decisive victory earned him the title King of the Four Corners of the World, expressing an absolute claim to power, and he was subsequently deified. It is possible that Naram-Sin later became identified with Ninus in Greek writings and with Nimrod in religious traditions. But that is a story for another time. Shah Kali-Shari succeeded Naram-Sin to the throne. After his death, the Akkadian Empire rapidly collapsed, and Mesopotamia returned to its earlier pattern of autonomous city-states, each ruled by its own leaders. The Gutians, a people from the Zagros Mountains, invaded and captured cities, including Adab, while the Elamites, an indigenous people of southwestern Iran, expanded their influence as central authority all but disappeared. The Sargonic period was an age of both remarkable innovation and deep instability. Its collapse plunged Mesopotamia into decades of disorder, and it would take nearly 70 years for the region to recover. Although the city of Akkad continued to exist, it would never again rise to the prominence it once held, and with that, the first empire in history faded into legend. But its legacy would shape the ancient world for centuries to come.